Hey friends, Ash here. Welcome back to Gents. Layton. Everybody knows it, everybody loves it. One of the more popular men's niche fragrances on the market. And I've got for you guys today another clone, another iteration, another inspired by fragrance of Parfums de Marly Layton. And I gotta tell you, price-wise, this is probably the best bang for your buck Layton clone out there right now. It is this one right here, Natural by the Woods Collection, Dusk. And I have it linked down in the description in case you want to check it out. Also, if you would like some codes to some different websites, pause the video now. Save yourself some money, boys. Let's go ahead and crack into the presentation really quickly, take a look at that, and then we'll do some contrasting and comparing with this one against Layton and also some of the other clones out there of Layton. So here we got the box. You have the name of the house, fragrance, size, and concentration all right there on the front. Eau de Parfum 100 mils. It's got a little bit of a rubbery feel to it. I like it. On the back, you have your ingredient information as well as a warning not to put this into a flame and keep it away from your kids. You also have your batch code and barcode on the back there. And then you have right here, Dusk, and it flips up like so. Magnetic. So anyway, opens up like so. You have a little info on the inside flap here. Natural by the Woods Collection is an inspiration from the natural aura of the woods, where you can embrace a wanderlust between light and dark, mystery and revelation, between a bright glowness and a misty royalty. It is where you'll welcome a ramble from dusk to dawn and reveal the secret of its glow while blooming into a royal night, a contrast between black and white. So your bottle sits down inside here, and it comes with a little travel spray as well. Now it's not pre-filled. These are the ones where you put the end of it here over the atomizer of the bottle and you pump it. So it's cool. It's a little bonus, a little add-on there. And here we have the bottle itself. So you can see there on the front has the name of the fragrance, Dusk, with this little metallic plaque that's glued on there. Has a gradient where it goes from kind of a yellowish amber at the bottom to black up at the top. You have the logo on the back of the bottle, and on the bottom you have a sticker. And your batch code is printed in ink above the sticker, a little bit hard to read. And then you have a wooden cap, which is, magnetic. Muy bien. Let's go ahead and share a couple sprays from the old atomizer here. Show you how it works. You know how it works, but I'll show you how good it is. It's okay. So as I said, Dusk. This is a clone of Parfums de Marly Layton. I also reviewed Royal Night a little while back, so extra Gents since you can find my take on Royal Night. And Royal Night is a clone of Ombre Nomad from Louis Vuitton. In case you're looking for a clone of that, Royal Night. Dusk I got from fragrancebuy.ca, and it ran right about 37 bucks. It's gonna be between 37 and 38 US, depending on conversion rate between Canadian dollars and US dollars, but right around there. Again, that's 100 mils, full presentation, all that. Now I can tell you straight up that Dusk is a fantastic clone of Layton, but there is a bit of a difference between the two. The difference is mainly going to be in the opening. When you first spray Dusk on, it's frankly got a bit more cardamom going on than Layton does. It overwhelms a little bit in the sense that the cardamom swallows up the top of the fragrance. It's sweet, spicy, slightly fresh as well, but there is more cardamom going on in Dusk initially than you're gonna find in Layton. So you could think of it as a Layton clone with a cardamom twist, especially off the top. But as it dries down, it's basically just Layton. As I said, a fantastic clone. It gets really close. It's one of those one-to-one type of clones outside of the opening there. And it does have great quality to it as well, which is something that Royal Night had also. So when you spray this one on, you do get hit with that big cardamom blast when you first take in the opening, but you don't have any of that alcohol, that kind of off-putting chemical overload that on occasion clones do have, although here lately they've had much less often. Clones from years ago typically are going to be much rougher around the edges than the stuff that's coming out nowadays, or at least that's been my experience with the stuff that I've gotten in. So even though you do get that big blast of cardamom off the top, it still does have that apple. It has that lavender that's going to tie it in closely with Layton. Good amount of vanilla as it dries down. Again, the quality very nice, and kind of a woody backbone underneath that vanilla and the cardamom as well. And it does have very good performance too, which you'd probably expect considering it is a Layton clone and it is an eau de parfum concentration. But yeah, lasts a long time off my skin. The projection, very good as well. Now, Detour Noir from Al Haramain is going to be the cheapest of the bunch of these clones that we're going to talk about, because I'll also bring this one up as well in just a second. But Detour Noir is going to be the cheapest, but it's not that much cheaper comparatively speaking. Right now on Fragrance by Detour Noir is about 30 bucks. So the difference between these two, almost negligible. I'd say $7-8. Detour Noir is going to be slightly more powdery, not as much on the cardamom, and it does smell a slightly lower quality, I would say, than Dusk. And I would say Detour Noir still is a great bang for your buck alternative to Layton, but between these two, this one is going to be better bang for your buck since it's not that much more expensive. Although do keep in mind that if you don't like that bit of cardamom, that overload of cardamom off the top, then Detour Noir maybe would still be a better choice for you. But between the two, I think Dusk is a little bit better. And then there is also Amber Oud Exclusive Blue, which looks like Al Haramain, but is not Al Haramain. I did a video on this one, so feel free to check that one out. This is more expensive than both of the other clones. Bottle is smaller. It's a 60 ml size bottle as compared to the 100 ml size that you get here. And this one is going to run you about $60. This one is $1 per milliliter, roughly. This one is 38 cents per milliliter. This is much more expensive. Up until this point, I would say that Amber Oud Exclusive Blue is the best clone of Layton if you don't care about the pricing. But at this point, I think Dusk is just the better buy all the way around. You get more. The quality, I think, is on par with this. And frankly, even if money is not a care, like it doesn't matter which one is the best bang for your buck, I think I would still go Dusk over Amber Oud Exclusive Blue. Although Amber Oud Exclusive Blue is still really, really good. It's just, this one crushes. I actually really love that blast in the opening. I like that little twist that it does, and when it dries down in the air, I mean, it's Layton. I've worn all three here over the past couple days. I've got all three on tester strips right now, the clones. And my preference is Dusk. It's sweeter. It is sweeter, so keep that in mind. I think it's sweeter than both of the other clones. Now, obviously, Dusk is going to be more of a wintertime fragrance, a fall time fragrance, a cool weather fragrance, just like Layton is. I think personally, daytime or evening, it works either, just like Layton again. Although the name is Dusk, so I guess if you want to be very specific, then you would say it's more of an evening scent, like a date night fragrance or a night out fragrance. But when you have scents that are this appealing and versatile that just people love and gravitate toward, who cares? Honestly, wear it whenever you want. I've worn it here, like I said, over the past couple days. It's middle of summer, and it's been fine. I've just worn a little bit less of it. So with the Woods collection, the Natural collection, the two that I have are both very obvious clones, but both fantastic clones. I don't know though that they're really making these and presenting them exactly as clones or not. So I'm gonna have to look into some of the other ones a little bit more and see if they are, because I had some fragrances from the Woods collection. Actually, I'll show you. Came in bottles like this. This one is Green Walk. This one is Eden. Had these for a long while. And this one, Green Walk, smells similar to Terre d'Hermès. So yeah, it's kind of like a clone brand that flies under the radar a little bit, that has clones that are fantastic, that presents itself as a niche brand. So like I said, I'm gonna look into more of the fragrances from the house, because the ones I have are just lights out. But if you want Layton right now, the best bang for your buck, with Detour Noir being a little bit more expensive than it has been in the past, and Amber Oud Exclusive Blue being more expensive than that, is Dusk. The quality here is better than Detour Noir. I think it's on par or better than Amber Oud Exclusive Blue. It's barely more expensive than Detour Noir. It's way cheaper than Amber Oud Exclusive Blue. And the presentation is better than both of those because the cap is magnetic. So there we go, Dusk right here. If you want Layton, but you don't want Layton prices, this is the one right now that's the best. That being said, if you have Detour Noir, if you have Amberwood exclusive blue, is it going to be redundant to get Dusk? Probably, unless you just really love that Layton vibe, you know. All right, guys, that'll do it for me. Thank you for hanging with me. Stay safe out there. I will see you tomorrow with another fragrance video. See you guys later.